Hey guys, I put up a video here a couple weeks ago about the new G6R I got, and I got a lot of hits saying, comments saying, finally glad to see you back. Thanks for making more movies. Do you have any other new guns? What's going on? Are you playing on a team? There's a bunch of random stuff that I've been getting a lot of hits on, and which is great. I'm really glad I have subscribers after a couple years taking off. But yeah, I'm playing back again. I'm playing with Team Jin out of Western Maryland, Southern PA, and we're going to be playing EPL, GPL this year, a couple and PPL events. But actually, yes, I did get a new gun. I'm really excited to show and do a little review here. But basically, I heard about the VCOM motor that was coming out here a couple months back, and I was like, I really want to get this engine after all the reviews I've heard. Talked to Bob, talked to Zach, who's Bob's son, and so I'm hearing all these awesome things about it. So I went on PB Nation and found a cheap yet really nice Victory V1. All right, something that will be compatible with the VCOM, and this is it. So when I got it, let me open it up here for you. It didn't have it doesn't have a flaw on it. Picked it up for I think $550. All right, which is actually compared to a VCOM, which runs about 1,400 bucks. It's a really good deal because basically the only difference between the Victory V1 and the VCOM, besides the VCOM engine, is the milling, which doesn't matter at all. I actually really like the look of the V1, and a little bit of size in the regulator. Not functionality, nothing like that, simply just size. All right. But when I got this, it came with the M8 Tadao board, and it came with the Boblong grips. So I had to put a Tadao OLED board in it. I actually had an extra one laying around, sent it into Tadao. They upgraded the firmware and put a new screen on it. So basically it's like a brand new OLED that's in it. So it's got the new OLED with the new Tadao software and the new Tadao grips. So this is it right here. All right, sorry we're down in my rec room. It's kind of dark down here. That's why I have a light shining up on us. But this is it right here. There literally is not a scratch on it. This gun looks amazing. It's got your quick locking feed neck. It actually has, I'm going to turn it on for you here, it has 4C laser eyes. I'm going to turn the board on. I don't know if you can see down in there, but yeah, I think you can. It's got the 4C laser eyes in it, okay? And how these work basically is, let me scoot up here and show you the screen. But what it's going to look like is, as I stick my finger down in the breech, that little thing all the way to the left, that's the eye hole. And see how it fills up as I stick my hand in? Pull it in, pull it out. So basically what it does is the two eyes sit on top of each other like this, and as the first eye gets blocked, it pre-charges the solenoid. And as the second eye gets blocked, it's saying there's a ball in the breech, fire. So basically what it is if you're shooting semi or a lot of PSP semi, it's going to let you shoot a lot smoother groupings and a lot more consistent groupings. All right, because basically the solenoid is pre-charged before you even pull the trigger, and before the second eye sees the ball laying in the bore. Okay, so what happens is as the ball falls, it hits the first eye and pre-charges the solenoid, and when it hits the second eye, the solenoid shoots the gas into the bolt, firing the bolt forward. Now, this has the VCOM engine in it, already installed. When I first got it, which is good, it had the supercharged engine in it, which is an inline poppet, which is also a very good engine, very efficient. It's a little louder, and it's still a very smooth shooting engine, but it's a little louder, and it actually is a tad bit more efficient in my opinion. But if you're going for smoothness and quietness with maybe a little bit less air efficiency, is the spool valve of the VCOM, which is unbelievable to shoot. So this is the supercharged engine it came with, and this is the VCOM engine. I'll turn this gun off and I'll show you the VCOM engine. So basically, to take out the VCOM, you're going to just pop up the back cap and pull the engine right out of the gun. Alright, so this is the VCOM motor. Alright, it has two small O-rings on the bottom where the air flows in. It has your normal back cap, your double cans. It has brass fittings on the front and in the middle, and it has your pillow bolted spool bolt engine. Okay, awesome, very awesome engine. Okay, you also get the pressure tester. Alright, so I got the pressure tester that comes with it, and here's the original M8 board. I'm telling you all this because this is also going to be the PB Nation video. if I decide to trade the gun up. Alright, and then new, unused, the original Bob Long grips for the M8 Tadao. It also comes with the Bob Long one piece and some Dow 55. Okay, so showing the gun real quick. I'm going to just put the pressure tester in and show you what pressures that I'm running. So basically you're going to slide the pressure tester into the back of the gun. The tank that's perfect for this gun in my opinion is the 4545. Doesn't really matter what brand you have. This just happens to be a Java tank, but this is a must-have. All right, especially if you're trying to get consistent numbers and efficiency. This is a Ninja Pro Reg SLP. Okay, and basically what the SLP reg does, it stands for super low pressure. And what's happening is your standard high pressure tank is putting out a greater number of PSI per shot. So basically what this is doing is it's letting out less air per shot. This gun literally can run on under 200 PSI. A very well amount under 200 PSI. So why would you want to have a tank putting out 400 PSI when you're literally wasting 200 PSI of that shot output? So basically what you're doing is you're using less air per shot, making your tank last much longer. Okay, so what's going to happen here is I'm going to put this on, I'm going to air it up, and you're going to hear what sounds like a little bit of air flowing through the gun. But basically what is happening is this is the had the gauge on there. Let me screw this on and turn it up. Okay, so we're going to look at the pressures real quick, what I'm running at. Alright, I'm going to show you the pressure. On my LPR, I'm running it just about 70, and on my HPR, I'm running it about 160. Alright, now the recommended are 55 for the LPR and 150, I'm sorry, 70 for the LPR, yeah, 70 for the LPR, 155 for the HPR. Alright, but I kind of tweaked it a little bit myself, and I like it shooting best at, I'm about 70 for the LPR and 163, 165 for the HPR. Alright, so I'm going to take the pressure tester out. Alright, basically I already had the gun set, but it's real easy to adjust. Your LPR is right here, your HPR is right here. You just pretty much put the tester in and go until your pressures are what you want them. Alright, to put the engine for the spool back in, you'll just basically slides right back in the back of the gun. Alright, pop up the thing. Now here's the one thing that I did notice, and I saw this on the videos. The supercharged engine, or the regular stock engine that comes with it, the efficiency engine, slides in and out smoothly. The VCOM with the 2 extra O-rings on the bottom, it kind of like gets caught up a little bit, and the front O-rings are slightly bigger than the front O-rings on that. So you actually have to kind of, not so much horse it in there, but once it's lined up, you kind of have to put a fair amount of pressure with the back of your hand to get it in there. And make sure it's lined up. Don't just go beating on the back of the gun. Make sure it's lined up before, but once it goes in, it'll sit in there nice. And now there's no pressure on the back cap. But this is it right here. And it's a very nice gun. The VCOM shoots so smooth. I love it. I'm gonna go out and I'm actually gonna run two pods of paint for you. I'm gonna run one on 12.5 PSP and let you see the smoothness, and then I'm gonna turn it up. And I usually don't do this just for a speed video, but I want to prove that with this gun, with this spool valve, with this setup, you can literally turn the balls per second up to 20, 25 balls per second, and it will not choke out with a super low pressure tank. People are like, well, if you put an SLP on, you can't shoot over 18 balls a second. First off, you don't need to shoot over 18 balls a second. But most importantly is it won't choke out shooting at 18 balls a second. This thing is very smooth on the trigger. The VCOM, it's very quiet. There's literally no kick. When I say no kick, I'm saying no kick. It's a kick very comparable to like somewhere between a Lux and a new DM, like the DM12, 13, and a Lux. It's very, like I said, there's no kick at all. It kind of feels like the kick of a G6R, maybe even a little less than a G6R. There's really no kick at all, and it's very quiet and very, very consistent. With the spool engine, you're literally putting one shot right on top of the other shot. So I'm going to go out there and I will show you first at 12.5, and then I will show you at, I'm going to just to show you, I'm going to show you at 20. So you're going to see 12.5, then you're going to see 20 balls per second. And if you're going to do this just see the setup. This is a die rotor with a high capacity shell and a Virtue crown. It has the regular board, regular everything in it, because you really don't need to update the rotor unless you're putting in an RF chip or something. But I'll be shooting with the high capacity rotor. And I will be matching the paint to a Red's pipe kit. So I will bore the paint to the size it should be. So you'll get a very accurate, consistent shot. But this is the gun for now, and I'm going to put everything together in here because literally it's like 25, 30 degrees outside. It's actually blowing snow here. So I'm going to put everything together inside, and the next thing you'll see is it outside shooting. All right, so let's go outside. All right, guys, if you can hear me here, here's the gun aired up, and it's on 12.5, and I just got this. I'm going to set this right here over the chrony. I'm going to let you see a couple just shooting straight over here. Turn the gun on. Okay, here's the first one. Too close. 277. 301. Like I said, it's new, and this is a terrible chronograph. 281. 283. 278. 278. Okay, so it's actually really consistent. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to drop this, put this out here for you like that. I'm going to flip it around, jump down, and I'll shoot a couple here for you. All right. All right. I don't know if you can see me there. I'm going to come right up here so you can literally look right down the barrel as I'm shooting. And I'm going to just go ahead and go with that tree right there. Can you see me there? I'm looking back at the camera now to make sure you can see me. I'm going to tilt it this way just a little baby bit. Okay. All right. So this is just 12.5. And I don't know if you can hear what it is. There's no kick, and it is so smooth. It really is smooth, and the paint just flies out of that motor. It literally flies out of it. And it's like 20 degrees here. It's cold. So it will definitely shoot ropes. It shoots consistency. It's very smooth. It's very quiet. I don't know if you can tell how quiet that is, but it's really quiet. And with the 4CIs, with the Noid pre-charged, it just shoots amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the hopper off now and just shoot a couple. And this is a good paint. If you're wondering, it is a good paint. Now, I've heard people say, well, with crappy paint, it won't shoot like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this barrel off, and I have Walmart paint. Okay, Walmart paint, 30 bucks a case. This is it. All right. You don't have to buy the expensive paint with this engine. This engine is so soft on paint. So the little test I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the barrel back that matches the Walmart paint. I'm going to stick it on there, and I'm going to turn it up to 20 balls per second, and I'm going to let you see it shoot the Walmart paint at 20 balls per second, and you'll get a really good, accurate view of how good and consistent this thing can be. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick your Walmart paint in there. All right, whole pod. I'm going to take the settings on the gun up, so I just got to put it in program mode here. Alright, I'm going to go to maximum rate of fire. I don't know if you can see that. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to set it at 20 balls a second. Okay. Rate of fire. Turn the gun off so it saves it. Turn it back on. Turn the hopper on, and you'll now be seeing crappy paint at 20 balls a second. I don't know if you can see that, but it is really smooth. Now, just for fun, I'm going to turn the gun off. I'm going to run up to as high as it'll go here. Turn the gun back on. Maximum rate of fire. I'm going to let it roll back through here. Alright, so it goes actually up to 30 balls a second. So I'm going to put it on 30, and we're just going to see what happens, just for fun. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's 30 balls a second there. I'm going to save it. I'm going to turn the gun off. I'm going to turn the gun back on. And as you can see, it's in PSP, 30 balls a second, eyes on. This could be a blender. I don't know. I've never did this before. basically it's firing as fast as the loader can feed it is what's going on right now. Go ahead and turn the loader off because all the paint's down in the... Okay, that's no brakes, 30 balls a second, or as fast as this rotor will feed, which probably wasn't 30 balls a second. It was probably literally feeding it, I don't know, between 20 and 25 balls a second. I'll show you the barrel so you can see there's no brakes in it. This thing is consistent. It's smooth. It shoots in cold weather. It's very easy on paint. I don't know if you can see that down the barrel there. All right, but this is the gun right here, man. This is it. This is the Bob Long Victory. This is a V1. It has a VCOM engine in it. So this is the Bob Long Victory V1. It's VCOM'd. It's Tadao OLEDed. It's 4C eyes, clamping feed neck, exalt thing on the front. Doesn't do anything for performance, obviously. But this is it right here. All right, it doesn't leak at all, obviously. I've heard some of the VCOM motors are leaking. I talked to Bob. We basically rebuilt mine the second I got it before I even put it in the gun. So just that, make sure that all the O-rings were lubed, everything was put together right, and this is it right here. And as you can see, the performance is stellar. I will be playing, this will be my main gun actually over my G6R, and that's saying something because the G6R I'm in love with. So this will be my main gun. My G6R will be backing this up, and there'll be another video later on how I got these paintball guns for the price that I got them. If you want the VCOM performance without the VCOM price, or you want the G6R performance without the G6R price. But these are it right here, man. And these are the guns. I definitely give them a positive recommendation. If you like the videos, please subscribe. I'll be putting a whole lot more up, especially now that I'm playing on a new team, and we'll be going to do a lot of events this year. But this is the gun. This is Bobby Fuller. I now play for Team Jin, and we'll be playing EPL and GPL this year, so I'll see maybe some events on the East Coast. And oh, I forgot to say, we also got some new sponsors this year, which is great. Empire picked us up, and A&S Gear picked us up. So, you know, that's great. And we got a local sponsor for air. Obviously still looking for a paint sponsor. I know you got to be D2 or higher, but D3, 4, and 5, try to pick us up. But this is it. So thank you. And hope you enjoyed the review of my new gun and the VCOM.